the House and Senate. I'll continue to work with them. We'll end up having a special session.
Governor Rick Scott optimistic about bringing the State House and Senate back together, this time with a more cooperative attitude. Both chambers of the Florida legislature closed. They closed up shop last week, 3 days before they were scheduled to adjourn.
4 in your corners, Carl Fortier speaking with the governor about what this means for some of his initiatives and the all-important state budget.
Well, Governor Scott seems to be taking last week's abrupt adjournment in Tallahassee in stride. While it's hard to see it as a good thing, Scott says initiatives like his proposed tax cuts haven't been tossed aside just yet.
They want to take care of our state, and I think every House and Senate member wants to do that.
But what they didn't seem to want to do was see eye to eye on the state budget. Representative Ray Rodriguez says the House and Senate both passed budgets, but they didn't match.
And the Senate did not want conference with us, insisting that a policy issue, namely Medicaid extension, be supported by the House before they would agree to confer on the budget. Medicaid expansion is not something that's supported by the House.
That led to the House shutting down last Tuesday, bringing the legislative session to an end and leaving in limbo a number of Governor Scott's initiatives, like $673 million in tax relief and a freeze on graduate school tuition. Peter Bergerson, political science professor at FGCU, says with the majority in both the House and Senate being in Scott's Republican Party, the governor could have applied a bit more influence.
You would have thought that the governor could have brought at least a little bit more harmony, civility, and productivity to the session.
But Representative Rodriguez says he approves of Scott's approach of letting the legislative leadership work things out among themselves.
I think what the governor did was appropriate. Clearly, the two chambers were not able to work this out.
Scott says there will have to be a special session called to work out a budget by the end of June, and he's still hopeful that his initiatives like more money for schools and tax cuts will be resurrected.
4 years ago, we had a $4 billion budget deficit. Now we have a $1.8 billion surplus. We're going to spend it the way that's good for our citizens. And I'll work with both the House and Senate. Yes, absolutely.
While there is no set date for a special legislative session, a new state budget has to be passed before the current one runs out June 30th. Carl Fortier, Fox 4 in your corner.
All right.